distinguished guests in the house. I just want to tell us a little bit about the concept and the idea behind today's program. It's mainly for our graduating students and also for each and every one of us. You know, just as Tim says after here, what next? Is a question that seems to be somehow difficult for some persons to answer individually, because everybody will say it has no specific answer. But by the special grace of God, we decided to bring in one of our particular wonderful and enlightened, educated personnel in place of the speaker for tonight, which probably is already here in our midst. So can we just put our hands together for our speaker? Do not ask where is she, where is he, but very soon she will be coming up, and we also have some dignitaries already here. So I want to encourage us that the whole essence why TUI decided to bring this program for every student of UMC and every other student from any other school that will be here in our midst is to encourage us, is to enlighten us, is to educate us, and to tell us certain things that we need to know, especially in terms of our career pursuits, our dreams, our goals, and our visions. So please feel that, feel comfortable, and at the very moment after the speaking, there will be a platform for questions and answers, and we will encourage each and every one of us that as you pen down something, because in such a meeting like this, you don't need to just come empty. You need to come with a writing material, because whatever you pen down today is a great source to resource you in future. Because the first man will say the pen is mightier than the sword, and the pen is great, sharper than even the brain, because sometimes the brain will just default. So I encourage you to sit tight and listen to today's program and also pen down certain things. And I believe, trusting God, that our living here today will not be in vain in the mighty name of Jesus. And also I say you're welcome once again, and the TUI say you're welcome. Welcome to today's program, and remain seated. Okay, so very quickly, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is Sam Relationship and Leadership Digest, reaching you from Nigeria, Lagos State, Port Harcourt. Okay, so wherever you are, happy Sunday. Welcome to a new month of October. And October is usually a very wonderful month in our lives as Nigerians. So, because it was actually on the 1st of October that we got our independence, so it's quite very crucial for us. Okay, so tonight, this evening, in less than a few minutes, I just want to share something with you. I actually came down to the office to do some studies to read, but I needed to touch on something because October is loaded. Okay, so if you are watching from Facebook, on YouTube, from LinkedIn, do it to drop your question, do it to follow any of the platforms, share this little broadcast. It's going to be for just few minutes, and as I say, just an introduction. So tonight, I'll be talking on the topic that says the triangle of love. The triangle of love. So recently, as a marine safety personnel, uh, training people on what we call it fire prevention or basic fire prevention. That is how you can actually fight fire. I discovered there is a very wonderful, interesting topic that says the triangle of fire. I tell you that there are at least three substances that must come together and combine before fire can take place. And those three substances are what we call fuel, oxygen, and heat. Okay, so it means wherever you see any of these substances, you are actually encouraging fire, because the scientists tell us that there is a presence of oxygen in the atmosphere about 21%, and everywhere you find it
about 14 to 16%, statistically speaking. And then heat is rise in temperature. And then fuel is any material that can ignite combustion. So that's also pondered me a few days ago to think, what is it actually that makes up love? And I began to discover in the journey that there could be a triangle of love. And then I was exposed to reading a book by a Nigerian author who happens to be a relationship coach and is a pastor and is a medical doctor who resides in Abuja. And I discovered that he wrote a book called The Triangle of Life. And in one of the chapters of his book, he talks about the triangle of love. So I discovered that many times why people have problems in their relationship, why people have problems in their marriages, why there is an issue of abuses, why there are fights, why there are divorce, beating, slapping, cheating, uh, is not because this was actually intended to do like that or act that way, but it's because there is an absence of one of the elements that makes the relationship formidable, and that substance or that material is what we call love. Yeah, I know in many occasions we thought that relationship is not love, love is not emotion, love is not feeling. Okay, but the truth is that you can't marry someone you don't love. Yeah, that is the honest truth. That is the baseline. So for a relationship to be formidable, for a relationship to be what it is, for a relationship to be as great as what it wants to be, it means love must be one of the major elements or component that must be found in a relationship. And as I always establish, the love here is not a form of feeling because feelings do change. I might feel like putting on a red clothes today, and suddenly I don't have the shoe that will make up the red clothes. What will I do at that moment? That feeling dies, and I have to change, right? And then love also is not an emotion. Why? Sometimes uh, when they come in different form, they come as a result of probably the reactions of hormones that are coming at that moment or the other. As statistics, we have to say that in many occasions, a girl is likely to fall in love because of reactions of emotions called hormones that are going through her system. And at that point, that is not real love. Because when the emotions go down, automatically the love will go down, right? And many times too, men are statistically prognosed and diagnosed to have high level of hormones. So a man's hormone can increase, and the man can use that as a pointing direction to indicating that he is in love. So that's why we say that love is not feeling, is not emotion, is not hormone. And also, why did I pick interest in talking in a few minutes about the triangle of love? Now, according to Dr. Oluseye's documentary and discovery in his book called The Triangle of Life, he says something very important, that the reason why people have problems in relationship, fight each other, beat each other, abuse each other, neglect each other, is because of the absence of love. And why is he saying it in that dimension? Is because in the triangle of love, many persons refuse to put love first, which is God, and they put either their partner first or they put themselves first. So, because I can't write from these thinkers, I would have been able to demonstrate it. But a triangle has three sides, and this three side is made up of three angles. So we have the acute, we have the obtuse, and all of those angles for those that did a lot of mathematics. Now, I won't be talking about the sides, I'll be talking about the angles. So between each angle, I call it angle 90, angle 45, or angle 30, there is a connecting, there is a connection, there is a link between, according to Lucy's documentary, between God, who is at the apex, uh, the man, and then the lady. But why the persons have problems in their relationship is because they substitute the place of God with other partners or even themselves. And you can't give what you don't have. For example, Satan doesn't have love, so he can't give love. For example, a man who has not regenerated and have not encountered Christ doesn't have love and can't give love. So such a person will surely find it difficult to love, to care, and of course, find it difficult means the person will be prone to fighting, to quarreling, to beating. Okay. Uh, so what really happen? Why is it that people don't have perfect relationship? It's because they substitute the first person, or they are yet to encounter the first person that gives love. So as a result of that, they actually make a lot of mistakes. Okay, so as I said in this introduction, triangle of love. So as I speak now, you need to ask yourself, in the triangle of your love, who is the first and who is linking the other person? Now, why is it also very important? Because in this series, I will be talking probably next week, all things being equal, on imperfect relationship. And then next series will be perfect relationship. What is the difference between imperfect relationship and perfect relationship? Simple. An imperfect relationship is that relationship where in the triangle of love, both partners are not connected to God, who is love. So because of that, everybody seeks his or her own selfish interest. You know why? When you love God, you become uh, a subject to God. Like you want to exhibit the same thing that God exhibits, right? So if God Himself gives freely, He will give freely. He will give without condition. He will give without attachment, right? Now, if you are connected to God, based on the triangle of love, there is a linkage between you and God. But if your partner or your friend or your fiancé or your love or your wife is not connected to God, the triangle will not be complete. So for the triangle to be complete, you as a man must be connected to God, and then the lady must be connected to God, and then God joins two of you together, and that gives you perfect relationship. So once again, why do you have a lot of people in abusive relationship? Why do you have a lot of persons in painful relationship? Many times because people assume what love is not to be what love is. Okay, I'll give you a simple litmus test how you can know if your love triangle is in position and if the dreams are well connected. Now, when you can take advantage of either you, the man, or the woman, when I say that, I mean the man taking advantage of the woman, or the woman taking advantage of the man, it literally shows that you are not connected to God, who is love. Now, what is love, sir? I've said in many occasions that for love to be complete, there are about 4 dimensions that love must push to. One of them is what we call sacrifice. Secondly is commitment. Thirdly is pleasure. And then fourthly is pressure. But we live in a generation where many persons want to love when there is pleasure and only when there is pleasure. So if God Himself is the center of the triangle of your relationship, of course, you know God gave, he sacrificed, he became committed. Tomorrow is committed to us, as well as to those that are here to encounter him. Right? Now, is there pleasure in serving God? Of course, it's scriptural. I'm sorry to those that are from other religion, but at the background, the central truth is to preach Christ. So your relationship, your love life can only succeed if in the triangle of your love, God is the one holding two of you. Now, what is love? Love, as I earlier stated, is not a feeling, it's not an emotion, it's not all the butterflies. It is a deliberate, well-intentional, calculated commitment. Okay, that you make up a choice and say, I have decided by God's leading to choose you, irrespective of what comes in. Okay, so because there are times you love when the person you love is not lovable. There are times you love, you have many other alternatives and many other options to love another. And then that's why, the word of love came originally from Greek. So in the Greek context, there are about 4 to 5 categories of love or forms of love. We have what we call the eros. Okay, we have what we call the agape. We have the philia. We have the storge. I think, and then we have the porneia. Okay, so many times this generation run for the eros, and the kind of eros they run for is what we call eros lust, which is porneia. Because eros lust is that kind of love that is full of immorality, sexual concepts, centralized on sexuality. Okay, why eros love